Going everybody, it's me Shane and I'm here to give you another Spy Family episode review. Today's episode is episode 34 of the second season, entitled The Hands That Connect to the Future. Before I go any further, please connect your finger with that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and hit the notification button to be notified of more videos like this. And if you enjoyed the review in the video, please consider subscribe to my Patreon. I'm trying to do bigger and better things with the channel, trying to rise it up because I really enjoy this. This is something that I want to keep doing until I can't do it no more. So let's go further here. Oh, by the way, we already know that on Saturdays technically we wear pink. Well, I had to give the other shirt a break. Got to wash and stuff. But hey, Karama's pink, right? I can't wait till I get a Spy Family shirt. I'm not gonna lie. And it's the holidays. Yeah, I'm dating this video by wearing the Christmas hat. So remember last week when Yor basically had to figure out why was she still fighting, had to get herself together, broke that sword and says, I'm not going to give up, being probably better than most of your favorite fighting game characters. Man, I'm telling you, I would love to get another, what's it called? Like a Shonen Jump versus, and have Yor in there. Like Yor should be one of the fighting characters because she was moving. Now, what's this episode so good? For my notes here, I've broken it down kind of how I do my movie, some of my movie reviews where I just talk about characters. We're talking about our three main cast here. Sorry, Bond, but before I go further, I just realized, because I never skip the intros, never skip your intros or outros. This intro is partially done by the Seatbelts. You know, that band that did the intro for Cowboy Bebop, and one of my top 5 favorite animes of all time. I do need to do a new top 10 anime list too. But yes, Seatbelts, great song. So we're at the conclusion, for the most part, right? All the protagonists helped in this. Let's talk about Yor first. Yor gets a big assist from Anya. She gets her, I call it a kunai. It's literally a stabby thing. Her little thorn princess, thorn kunai. She gets that back. I forgot I need to mute this just in case. She gets her thorn back and is able to go toe to toe with the swordsman. I like that this swordsman closes his eyes. Like he's doing Iaido Jutsu. Very reminiscent of Rurouni Kenshin, one of the shows I cover here. Very reminiscent as well as what's another EI jutsu. It's really cool stuff that goes on there, and they do a nice clash. Yor gets her own song, like the point where Anya's getting ready to throw the kunai so she can get to it. She gets her own song that has lyrics. I need to find this because it was so badass. And I mentioned her being a fighting game character. She looked like she was powering up and had like energy bursting off of her when she did the speed thing. Spy Family does have spy stuff, but this is going so far towards like, I don't want to say science fiction. It's like it's kind of science fiction. Remember, she's super strong. She's super fast. She can't cook for a damn because she ends up killing everybody. But I don't know where to put this. Like this is comedy, family type stuff. But man, Yor really shows how great she is throughout this entire. I guess I'll call this arc. This entire arc, she shows how great she is. So all in all, she's done fantastic, right? When it's time to do the trade-off for Oka and Gang, well, Oka, Graham, and Zeb to get in this little not submersible, but like a raft. They got to cover up. The retrieval ship isn't there yet, but they got to get going because things are getting too heated. And Oka pauses for a minute. She gives Yor a hug, which kind of throws Yor off. She's like, I don't want to get blood on you. And she's like, no, I'm hugging you. By the way, Graham wants a hug too. The little baby, the cute little baby. He's like a little person. He's patting her face. And she's saying, yeah, but my hands are dirty. And the title of the episode, she says, but your hands are the ones that connected him to his future. Damn. It's crazy because you would think, oh, she's an assassin. She killed folk. That's a morally, that's a bad thing, right? But at the same time, she's doing it to. It seems like she's doing it to protect people. Granted, I'm going to assume that it seems like the garden is supposed to be this more honorable assassin group. Honorable. Don't know much about them. Who knows? Maybe somewhere down the line in the manga, we get to a point where it's like, oh no, they're actually bad, and we're gonna get a Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing between Loid and Yor. I've said it several times, but I'm just predicting that's where it's gonna go. But she hugs the little baby boy, little Graham. Says he's all warm. It's nice. She watches them go off into the slowly rising sunset. To which Mr. Director tells her, "Hey, don't get too emotional. All right, we are still foot soldiers." By the way, I'm emoting more than he did. Right? He's very, I don't want to say monotone, but he's very matter of fact, to the point. Just, this is how it is. This is how it's going to be. This is how it needs to be. But he, for a mission well done, she is going to fulfill the request of Forger by meeting them on the island resort where they're supposed to rendezvous and, recoup. He's like, yeah, no, go be with them. Don't let them see your chest wound. Ice your face to put the swelling down. And off she's gonna go. We see her. She had to wrap up her arm. She's wearing a cardigan. I think she's wearing the same clothes that Oka gave to her when they first went out on the deck. I know I'm gonna forget later because I did not put it in my notes. The ending, the last minute to 2 minutes of this episode before the credits. It's one of the things that I gripe about when it comes to dubs and, well, mostly dubs, right? Mostly dubs, because I can't talk about American cartoons. That's a totally different thing. Totally different thing. Period. When it comes to dubs, because a lot of dubs, for some reason, I think they think that American children have issues paying attention or have issues with holding their attention. When we had cartoons like Samurai Jack, where Samurai Jack had a whole episode where there was no talking, just sound effects, no music, no talking. I adored the last minute to 2 minutes because it was just a song. There was no sound effects from Anya and crew. There was no sound effects from the seagulls or the boats or anything. It was just a beautiful song that showed that day was breaking and all of their hard work is going to pay off for them to finally relax, right? And I wish more dubs did that. Even the stuff I grew up watching, such as the best example I can give is something like I don't remember Dragon Ball Z did it. It probably did do it, but like when I think of stuff like that, I think of like Yu-Gi-Oh and other mid to early 2000s anime where when you watch the more or less original part, there's a lot of scenes where things are quiet. There's no sound, there's nobody talking. For some reason, there always has to be talking when things are dubbed, right? There always has to be a moment where someone has to be saying something smart alecky. Someone has to be gotta insult somebody. That's a lot of stuff that came out of the 90s and early 2000s anime. For some reason, all dubs gotta have it. Digimon is the biggest offender of this. The first Digimon adventure, Digimon season 1, you watch the sub of that, a lot of moments are made from silence and just shocked faces. But in English, oh, we gotta insult people. This is what America does, right? I don't watch this sub. So if anybody watches this sub, tell me if the sub captures not the sub. I don't watch this dubbed. Someone let me know if the dub captures these moments pretty well. But that's just something I needed to bring up now. Let's talk about Anya now. My goodness. I know she's my favorite character in this show, but Anya's MVP. She enjoyed the fireworks so much, so she gave us several cute moments where she's jumping for joy. And Loid is basically reminds her that she's supposed to find her mom because he said, "Yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't find her. The ship is just too big." And Loid overhears, he doesn't overhear, he reads the lips of the state security and some of the ship people. They found a bomb. He's like, I'm not going to do that because I'm supposed to be on vacation and I'm sure they can handle it. But then he goes, but what if it blows up? And dang it. But I got Anya. Anya reads his mind and goes, "Oh, I want to keep playing. Let's go to this place." They have a kid area called Waku Waku. Again, Waku Waku means excitement. So hilarious. He drops her off there, and Anya, rascally Anya, she is so bad in her acting that I don't think the adults get that she's bad at acting. She's going, "Oh, I'm going to play with this ball, but don't worry. Oh no, I'm going to get bored with this soon. Oh, I'm bored. Let's draw." When the woman turns around and say grab things for her, Anya's out the door. She's trying to find her mother to help her, which I'm glad she did, because when she first she overhears in her mind the informant guy who's talking about, oh, the bombs and blah blah blah, and she lost him. He's going to the other side of the ship. Anya's like, I had to go to the front up to find her mom. Now remember, yours kunai was sticking on the just right below the next level of the deck. Anya gets there, pulls it up. She knows it's one of her mom's things. Throws it. Rising Hope. I love that she has names for the things she does. It gets up there, but doesn't get to Yor. As luck may have it, because I'm starting to think this is not exactly luck, because Anya has been a little bit too lucky. I'm not just talking about moments when she uses her powers. These situations are crucial and vital to the success of a lot of things that happen in the show. So there's two guys left, and they're like, man, she's fighting that swordsman guy. Well, let's just find the other two. We just, shoot them, right? One guy slips on it, hits his head. Don't know if he's dead. I mean, when I see that, I kind of think someone would die from that. But he conks his head on the metal piping on the corner, shoots the other guy in the butt. The guy then falls over, hits his head, and the kunai thing rolled and flips and lands right in his ass. Literally. Meanwhile, here you have Oka and Zeb like above, just going, looking above, just going, oh, but they're safe. They're good. Because Anya did the right thing. She said, oh yeah, all according to plan. No. Maybe it was. I was going to call it BS. Maybe it was. Because that allowed Yor, when she got over there, to grab the kunai out. Now, you probably wonder what happened to Turtleneck. When Yor rushed in, Turtleneck was going to shoot her. The director got to him, sprayed him up real good. So, meanwhile, when Yor's wondering how did her kunai get up here, Anya says, I gotta go. Because Anya celebrates that she helped her mother be victorious. Yor, it's crazy. She can detect murder's presence. Except for that one, the sickle and chain guy. She can detect murder's presence. You couldn't detect that a little tiny pink haired girl helped. Yor is kind of lagging. She's a little bit slow. But Anya runs. She's like, yeah, I gotta go. That lady's gonna be really mad at me. She runs past Turtleneck, because Turtleneck went missing after the battle was done. And she's like, oh, that's the bad guy. Says out loud bad guy, but this dude smells the gunpowder on the clock. And I was like, how can I tell my dad? I can't tell him. I don't even know where he is right now. So what she does is she dresses up right here. She's just so good with the scarf over the head, looking like one of those old movie stars. Does that. Finds one of the ship workers. This is the guy who was kind of working close with Loid while he's under disguise. Tells this man that, oh, I saw a weird guy put a booger on the clock over there, and he's like, I don't have time for it. And Anya's like, I don't know how else to tell this guy to look at the clock. Which all she had to do was say, hey, I saw a strange man messing with the clock. That's kind of all you had to do, Anya. But it wouldn't be fun if she did. And Homeboy just says, you know what? A lot of weird stuff. I'm supposed to be looking for more bombs. I'll check it out. To which he did find it. And Anya skedaddles. Anya does see the spectacle of the bomb going off over the side. Can't wait till we talk about that. And the lady catches her. And she says, no, I got to find, Anya really had to poop. But then she says, wait, I got to find more bombs. She's like, you still got to poop some more? And of course, later on, we find her asleep. Falls out the bed. Good dad catch. Cuteness and overload. Anya was an MVP. Very much MVP. She helped stop the entire ship from being blown up in the front part. She also saved her mom. She also saved Oka, the unsung hero, Miss Waku Waku herself. Now let's talk about Loid. This man, I told you he was defusing bombs, disguised himself, and what's so funny is he says he's not sweating because of the bombs. The bombs he can easily defuse. He even knows the types of bomb it is, right? The BCP-62. He can do that easily. It's just having all the state security around him kind of makes him nervous. And he's able to quickly deduce, yeah, the person is making this look like the West is retaliating because it must be someone important here from the East, right? Or maybe they're just doing it because he would have heard from HQ about another terrorist group rising up. And so he's able to relay, well, not that information, but he's able to relay when it's so funny after he diffuses it and they're looking at him like, what's wrong? No, this is not enough to destroy the ship. There's probably more bombs. We need to get to looking. And they get to looking. He's diffusing them. He's on the phone like, okay, I'll be right there for the other one. Doing a great job being the Twilight that we know he can be. When he gets to the clock one, apparently he didn't communicate this well, but apparently it's not enough time. He can't diffuse it, especially with people around that trying to say, oh, we're doing maintenance, go around. He rips the clock off, which apparently is an antique, rips the clock off the pole, runs out to the side of the deck and tosses it. It goes off, which the bad guys were on this raft fighting, right? The crazy informant is the one who's going to set up everything to blow. And instead of him saying, yeah, I heard your guys are going to kill me, so I said, I'm just going to do this then since you all were going to kill me. He goes, no, with this, we can get rid of the garden. We can get rid of the targets. And the guy goes, I told you some of our clients were on here. Doesn't matter. It'll make a war. You'll make more money. Bomb goes off. These two fall in the water and a big ass shark appears. Pretty sure they both got eaten by the shark. All in all, Loid did a great job. Goes back for Anya. And he says the line, once again, I cast my family aside for a mission. And he goes, wait, what am I saying? The family, no, my family's just a mission. But wait, the vacation's a mission. Now he's having him and Yor are having a hard time figuring out if this fake family is real to them. It's real to you. It's very real to Anya. That's why she's fighting to keep it. It's real to you. Don't search your feelings. You know this to be true. Stop playing around, Loid. Does a good dad catch. Dresses with his daughter. They're heading out. Can't wait for this family to finally have family fun together because that's what episode 35. The next episode is episode 35, which is about the same age as me. Enjoy the resort to the fullest. Bragging about vacations when they go back. I do a brag thing with Becky with the good morals. Really good. Oh, I saw they drew a really good seagull. Like the eye of the seagull look really good. You know how seagulls have those nasty, like red, almost bloodshot eyes. Really great drawing. This episode's amazing. I love this entire arc. The whole protect Oka arc that Yor has. This was really good. Feels like a major turning point. Really makes me want to watch. Really makes me want to read Spy Family. Just fun all around. It's a 5 out of 5. Instant 5 out of 5 from me. Every main character that's not Bond had a part to play. Played their parts well. We got to see the essence of those characters. Loid knowing dang well it's not my problem. At the same time, I should probably do something. Fantastic. Anya, I don't. You would think it's accidental. I'm starting to wonder if it's not really accidental. Maybe on some level of consciousness, she might not be able to see the future like Bond, but maybe she's able to get things to work in a way, kind of like Domino from the X-Men. Maybe she has some type of enhanced luck factor. Who knows? But this episode gets a 5 out of 5 from me. Spy Family, just you're knocking it out the park. You're knocking it out of the park completely. Let me know what you think of the episode in the comment section down below, please. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, please. I deeply appreciate every last one of you. Check out my Patreon. I got 4 different tiers down there. Things are going to be evolving over time. So however you choose to donate, however much you choose to donate, I appreciate you all the same. Even if you don't, right? Even if you don't donate to the Patreon and you're here watching this, you've made it to the 20-minute mark. I appreciate you. I truly, truly do. Please have a good and safe weekend. All right. Be good, be blessed. Wash those hands. Drink you some water. Make sure you're drinking that water. All right. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're being good to yourself. You're staying safe out there. Just be good to yourself. Be good to others. That's the way it goes. Don't be a jerk. All right. Remember, there are people out there that care about you. This time of year can be particularly tough on your mental and emotional. So reach out to somebody. All right. There are people out there that care about you and rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. All right. Reach out. My social medias are right down there in the description below. It's where you can find all the links, including the Patreon link. I cannot wait to see you guys next week. I can't wait to cover this. Until next time, have a waku waku week.